Suda, who is the owner and founder of Blacklava.net, an online t-shirt company that challenges negative views of Asian Americans with humorous slogans on their t-shirts, such as, "I suck at math." He made that one from me, I think, and "Nobody loves an Asiaphile." These are all thoughts that people are thinking, and we appreciate you putting it on t-shirts so people can wear. Everyone, please give Ryan Suda a warm round of applause and welcome him to the stage.
Thank you. I'm so nervous, and I actually used to perform, and I'm so freaked out right now. So, but so I'm going to take like a total different angle and just kind of wing this whole thing. So bear with me. Okay, so Blacklava, I've been doing this since 1992, and basically I started as a t-shirt company, and what I carry nowadays are basically anything that can revolve around like Asian American culture or politics, like t-shirts like this, stuff that's fun. We also have like more serious things about like our stance like Proposition 8 and things like that. So I don't know what to really talk about today, so I was kind of looking at Discover Nikkei's, like their theme of today, and it was to engage younger people and their communities through culture and activism. And the word that kind of stuck out to me the most was, I guess, really the idea of engaging, and how does Blacklava do this? Well, when I first started, it wasn't necessarily, it didn't start out as like an Asian American clothing company. It basically started out as a surf company. Back in '92, my friends, they started their t-shirt company. It was called Island Legends, and I wanted to start my own t-shirt company, and I created this logo, and I really had no intention of doing anything Asian American. I only wanted to do t-shirts, and these are some of the designs, just to kind of give you an idea like where I came from. I didn't really have a lot of issues in my life where I dealt with racism or anything like that like compelled me to go and do something like this. So this is basically where it came from. But then, when we talk about transforming moments, I did take an Asian American Studies class, a 201 and a 203 class, 301 class, and that was basically the spark that created my first shirt, which was the Asian is Not Oriental shirt, the first Asian American shirt. And it was because of this poem that I want you guys to read. I'm just going to be quiet while you guys read it. And over the years, my view on that poem is like changed over the years, But why I wanted you guys to see that is because that poem in my Asian American Studies class was the poem that created that spark for that first T-shirt, Asian is Not Oriental, and then, created the spark to do my other shirts. I have this other shirt that says Check Other, Vincent Chin, and had it not been for that poem, this would not have happened. During that time, I also performed with an Asian American theater group called Here and Now, and I had the pleasure to tour all over the nation, actually getting to sell my shirts to people. I'd wear the shirts on stage, and people were like, "Where'd you get that shirt?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I just made it." And they're like, "Where can I get one?" I think this was 2002, Abercrombie and Fitch created these shirts on the left, these three right here. And basically it was supposed to, like they say, it was for the Asian American community, using like the stereotypical images. And people had asked me to make a t-shirt, and that's what you had seen on the right. Stanley Kubrick's movie, anyone, have you seen that? Full Metal Jacket? Familiar? Okay, so I don't have to really explain too much of this, but definitely people connect with this shirt. Food. Food shirts always sell for some reason, I think because everyone can identify with food, and it was just my funny way to create awareness around mochi and what it is. Shirts that rhyme do really well too. for those who suck at math, or don't suck at math actually, but still want to participate in breaking down a stereotype. And we also have a shirt that says, I suck at math too. I like how ridiculous that shirt is, because no one can see the bottom line, and you're walking around outside, and they're like, what's wrong with this guy? For those people who, some cultures don't say I love you out loud, and, they express themselves in different ways, so we created a shirt that, allows everyone to say I love you in a different way. I have the privilege of working with a lot of different people. Tateuchi from Boston has a comic strip called Secret Asian Man, and the character looks very much like that, but this was just his interpretation of the icons, Asian American icons in today's media. That's a very popular shirt. And for you vegetarians out there who maybe want to promote tofu, my friend gave me this idea, and I just thought that was so funny. Actually, the artist had just drawn it without the hands in the air, and I was like, it needs something more. It needs something more. Can you make them put their fist in the air? In 1982, Vincent Chin was a victim of a hate crime, and this was during the Detroit auto crisis. This shirt was made in tribute to him. The story is like 8 minutes long. I can't tell it in 20 seconds, but Vincent Chin is his name. And what you were talking about earlier, there's only 3 J-Towns left, and we actually made this shirt in order to kind of there's nothing really going on right now. It's like, okay, we need to get on board right now and talk about saving J-Town. I think this is stuff that we need to look at now before anything happens. So that was kind of like my way of putting that out there, because I always be thinking about it. So that's pretty much the end of my presentation. I think that, I think Blacklava has had impact, and maybe, I think everyone else might have a different way of having that way of engaging. Mine is through T-shirts. And I just want to thank you guys for, all doing this, because this is your way of engaging, and it really does make a difference. So thanks.